The healing is actually working. The power of the mind is working. Like, it's so crazy. I even feel like crazy and silly and giddy admitting that out loud, which is very telling too, you know? Like, if I didn't believe it, I'd be, and it's not like I don't believe it and that's why I'm laughing. It's like, this is insane and it's working. It just, I don't know. But, and it's like, you have to kind of open your mind to it, which makes sense too. Like, you know, you can't just be like, well, I want to heal and then close your eyes and start healing. Like, you have to like set the foundation for it. And I really feel like I have done that. I have set the foundation and I'm doing like little habits to really open myself up to that. Oh my gosh. Like, okay, and I've been listening to this specific YouTube meditation for many years. The name is Dauschy. It's kind of spelled like how a Dotson is spelled, like the dog. Anyways, it's kind of like a British sounding man's voice, and he is very mesmerizing, and it's a sleep hypnosis meditation, and it is incredible, and I've always felt that way, and that's why I've come back to it. There's 12 million views on it, so obviously 12 million people agree with me. It is hypnotic. It is insane, and I remember listening to it regularly for weeks on end in the past. Like, last night was my first time in I don't know how long since I've clicked on a Dauschy video. Actually, somewhat recent. In the last 6 months, I think I've watched one. It's something I'll always go back to, which is weird, you know. But it's not weird. It works. That's why. But where am I going with this? I don't know. I listened to it last night, okay? While I'm trying to fall asleep. I was very anxious all night and not even tossing and turning, just kind of like frozen tense in bed. I was like, I can't relax. Really, in those moments, I think it's best to like get up, stretch, very light, minimal yin yoga. I did not do that. I just laid in bed, and that's more often than not. The best way to describe it is I feel like paralyzed by anxiety in bed. Really, this is kind of like a common experience for me in life in general, but especially in these moments where I have insomnia. By the way, I didn't fall asleep. The last time I looked at the clock, it was like 1:40 a.m. So it was a long night, but I feel like by the time I got to the Dauschy video, I feel like I listened to a solid hour, like, that I was consciously awake for. And then, of course, it's still like doing the work once you do fall asleep. But oh my gosh, this video specifically is about healing, and this is one of the ones that I've always gone back to. I forget the other one that I always go back to. It's blue. I don't remember what the main focus is. This one is on healing, and it talks about how you literally, it'll say things like, you literally have the power to heal your body. I remember it saying something like, my cells are happy and healthy, things like that. And I really like, even when I'm like dozing off or falling asleep or anxious and paralyzed in bed, I really like imagine little smiley face cells like going through my body when I hear that. For some reason, the happy cells, I guess happy anything is just cute, right? Has such a positive connotation to it. But happy cells just makes me so happy, and I think about it all the time, especially when I like am in pain or like starting to spiral about the medical stuff. I'm like, my cells are so happy and healthy. My genes are happy and healthy. My brain is happy and healthy. All of those things, and it really can and will become my reality if I stick to this, you know. And especially with everything I'm doing collectively, like, it's not just these healing videos. I'm also like going outside every day, making it a huge point to spend time in nature and get some exercise. Been doing stretching, journaling, like really prioritizing the time that I spend with loved ones, friends, or family. Like just being really intentional with my time. I'm definitely still like consuming more than I would like, and I really feel like that takes away from it's weird. Well, it's not weird. We all know why we're addicted to our phones and stuff. It's distracting, so it's escapism, and I love that. Obviously, we all do. But there's so much less space in my head for my own thoughts. There's so much less, and then I literally like yearn to like listen to podcast. For example, I watched the I watched the Lamar Odom documentary on Netflix yesterday, the day before, and then I was like, I for sure need to listen to like Chloe's podcast this week to see if she touches on it, and she definitely did. First of all, that's a little side note. My point is that I like purposely have gotten really consumed. Purposely or subconsciously, is it intentional? It's intentional, but with like poor taste, kind of. I don't know. And then part of me is also like, it's not that bad to have a little vice to watch reality TV and to like partake in it a bit. I think it's when when it's an outright addiction, or I don't know. It's kind of a fine line. I really have to admit that. It's kind of a fine line. Like, because I do think it's okay and healthy. My friend and I were talking about something reality TV related, and it's genuinely fun. It feels fun and healthy to vent to a friend about parasocial relationships and, just like spill the tea. And we're not like super bashing these people where we're like they're butt ugly or anything like super bullying. We're just like talking through social issues in these reality shows. It feels healthy, and I think I've even read that in different like psychology articles and stuff. Anyways, that was a complete tangent. The point that I'm trying to make is that I really feel it making a difference. And another thing, I've been noticing like a lot of tension, and like the best way to describe it is like carpal tunnel in my hand. It's making me nervous for this like medical thing that I'm already nervous about, right? Where it's like causing me to spiral, where I'm like, my hand's going numb. And it's like, no, I don't actually think that's the case. First of all, I think we all have carpal tunnel, especially in our dominant hands, like to a certain degree. So I really want to like get regular massage it myself. I found this YouTube video, something called like fascia or something. It's basically where let me try to put my phone down. You go like this, like you place either a pencil or your own finger really hard in between each webbing, every single finger, every single toe. I would have to look up the video to see what that practice is called, but I want to get into that, especially for my hands. And just the time that I did it, I was like, wow, this feels like it's making a difference. Again, all of this could be like genuinely mental, but that's the point, is if you can mentally trick yourself. It's not even tricking, it's if you can convince yourself to believe a reality that you want to believe, then so be it. And it's okay. You know what? It's all clicking for me. Like, I am finally like able to like be delusional and be like, I can do anything I want in this life. I can literally heal my body and heal my cells. I can reach like financial freedom, and further down the line, I don't think that's happening for me right this second, but I just am like very hopeful and optimistic, and that feels so good, and I feel so capable, and oh my gosh, what a beautiful thing. Like, oh my gosh. So anyways, I'm gonna link the Dauschy video because it's everything. The other thing I was gonna say was that my right eye just kind of always bothers me. Like every once in a while it'll itch, and it's this eye, or I'll have this feeling like there's a little hair in there or something, but there's nothing in there. Like it just feels I'm trying to think of the word tolerated. That's not the word. It feels a little bit uncomfortable at times. I can't think of the actual word that I'm looking for. Anyways, last night I was like praying / meditating on it with this Dauschy video. I don't know, is it praying? Is it meditating? Are they all are they the same? No, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to describe. I think maybe what it is that this specific sorry, a car just got next to me to park. this specific like experience of listening to this YouTube video is like incredibly hypnotic. So it's like kind of, you're just in a different brain state. So it kind of feels like a mixture of like prayer and manifestation and hypnosis and just like vibrating on another plane. It's really crazy. I don't know if everyone feels that weird like hypnosis, or I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why it's called a anyways, okay. And the thing about the eye, I was focusing on the eye last night as well as the right hand, okay? And this morning I feel so, when I think about my eye, I'm like, my eye feels good. My eye feels really good. Not that it's always literally bothering me, but it sometimes bothers me a bit, you know? And I'll like worry about it a little bit, okay? And when I think about it, it genuinely feels good. And that just feels so good. And what if that's just like the trick is that I like, yes, like I trick myself into thinking and believing, again, it's not a trick, it's not trickery. What if I genuinely, intentionally rewire my brain to believe and manifest that all of my cells are healthy, my genes are healthy, I am going to live a long, healthy, happy life, all of these beautiful things. Hello? Like, okay, I'm gonna leave you at that. I'm gonna link that video, the Dauschy video. It is everything. Like, it is life-changing, okay? All right. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. All right, have a good day. Bye.